Tesla, Figure AI, Unitree. Everyone's racing to build the next robot. Every week, another robot demo goes viral. DJI has never announced a robotics product, but when I look at what they've quietly built over the last decade, the question isn't whether they could. The question is, why haven't they yet? To answer that, we need to start with a $750 drone and a $135 receipt. A few years ago, I bought a DJI drone. While researching it, I came across a Teardown report by Nikkei Asia, and what they found inside stopped me cold. They bought the exact same drone, Mavic Air 2, taking it completely apart to calculate the parts cost. The retail price was around $750. Total cost of every component inside, $135. But the margin wasn't the interesting part. Of the 230 components inside, 80% came straight from the smartphone and the PC supply chain. The camera, a flagship phone module. The GPS, pulled from a smartwatch. No exotic aerospace parts. No custom proprietary components. Ask anyone why humanoid robots are so hard to mass produce, and they'll tell you the technology isn't ready yet. But that's not the real answer. The truth is, the parts are too special. Custom joints, proprietary sensors, components built in batches of thousands, not millions. Every custom part means longer lead times, higher costs, and a supply that can hold you hostage overnight. This is the war slowing down every robotics company right now, including Unitree and Tesla. However, DJI figured out how to destroy that war 10 years ago with a drone. And then they took everything they learned and quietly applied it somewhere nobody expected. LiDAR, the 3D laser sensor that lets machines see the world in depth. And this single component still cost way more, $7,500 per unit. And that was the cost after they spent years building it in-house, not because the technology was magic, because nobody had figured out how to make it a skill. DJI quietly set up a subsidiary called Livox. They took the same precision optics assembly lines already running in their drone factories and invented a new scanning method. As a result, LiDAR's price dropped from over $7,000 to a few $100s. Today, Unitree and Deeper Robotics already use Livox sensors in their robots. The companies racing to disrupt robotics are being supplied by the company that might disrupt them. Drones, LiDAR, two industries, same playbook. DJI didn't buy chip parts. It built the manufacturing discipline to make chip parts perform like aerospace hardware. Yes, it's the exact same strategy SpaceX used to disrupt the rocket industry. And this is the first advantage DJI could bring to robotics, and it's the hardest one to copy. You can hire better engineers. You can't manufacturing 20 years of supply chain discipline in 3 years. But here's the thing. Manufacturing alone doesn't make a robot work. You also need a brain, a systems that can make decisions in real time and navigate environments that were never mapped in advance. Actually, DJI built that too, inside a car. There's a company called Zhuoyu. In 2025 alone, its intelligent driving system was installed in over 200,000 cars in China, powering vehicles from Volkswagen, BYD, and Audi. That's more than 66 times the size of Waymo's entire robotaxi fleet. But almost nobody outside of China knows that Zhuoyu is a division of DJI. Now, here's where it gets genuinely strange. DJI owns Livox, the company we mentioned earlier that collapsed the price of LiDAR. They have unlimited access to the cheapest LiDAR in the world, but they choose not to use it, because Zhuoyu didn't follow the logic of any other Chinese competitors. Huawei's autonomous driving systems runs LiDAR, radar, and cameras. Cost per vehicle, $5,200. The prevailing logic in China's EV industry, more sensors, more safety, and more premium. Zhuoyu looked at that logic and went the exact opposite direction. Pure visions, minimal radar. The same philosophical bet Tesla made with FSD, that cameras and algorithms done right can outperform a hardware stack that costs 10 times as much. So they got there for around $1,000 in hardware per vehicle. Here's a part that should have made headlines in Silicon Valley, but never did. In 2015, DJI opened a research center in Silicon Valley and quietly recruited Tesla's former director of autopilot engineering. The result is a system that delivers full city-level autonomous navigation on a chip that costs a fraction of what Huawei or Li Auto require. Same roads, same complexity, 1/5 of the hardware cost. And remember, DJI never announced any of this. That's DJI's second advantage unlocked. But this is not even the craziest part. Behind all of this, there's a network built by one man, and his name has never once appeared in any Western tech media. So, who built all of this? His name is Li Zhexiang. In China's robotics world, he is the PayPal mafia godfather, the professor who trained Frank Wang, the founder of DJI at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. He is also one of DJI's earliest investors, and over the next 3 decades, he built a robotics ecosystem spanning over 60 companies in a city right next to Shenzhen's supply chain. But there are 2 problems still remaining for DJI, and they can't be ignored. First, everything DJI has ever built moves through the air. Walking on 2 legs is a completely different physics problem. Boston Dynamics has spent 30 years mastering this. DJI is starting from zero. The second problem is the joint. Tesla had admitted publicly that actuators make up over 56% of Optimus' total manufacturing cost. It is the hardest hardware bottleneck in the entire industry. And DJI has no production line, no proprietary technology, no track record here. What's over? But which is exactly why what's hiding inside the Li Zhexiang's network is so interesting. A company called Direct Drive Tech is rebuilding the robotic joints from scratch, replacing complex harmonic gears with direct drive motors. Think of it like removing the gearbox from a car engine entirely. Fewer parts, lower cost, fundamentally more reliable. DJI doesn't need to beat the robotics industry at their own game. Their ecosystem is already working to solve the biggest hardware bottleneck in the industry. This is the third advantage, one that DJI didn't build, but quietly owns. So, here's where we actually land. DJI has never built a robot, never announced one, never hinted at it. But they have the factory, the sensors, the vision system proven across 200,000 cars, and more importantly, an ecosystem already working to solve the biggest cost barrier in the entire industry. So, will DJI actually build a robot? Honestly, I don't know. But here's what I do know. Every time DJI has moved into a new industry, they didn't announce it, they didn't hype it. They just quietly cracked the hardware bottleneck that everyone else assumed was permanent. LiDAR, drone, intelligent driving systems. Nobody saw it coming until it was already done. And right now, if you look at everything they've quietly assembled, it's hard to argue this is a coincidence. So, here's a question I'll leave you with. Every piece is already in place. Do you think DJI will build the robots? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. And if this video was worth your time, a subscription means the world to me. I've also handpicked 2 videos right here that I think you will really enjoy. I'm Justin. See you in the next one.